おはようございます。皆さん、今日は2つの漢字のについて紹介していきたいと思います。Good morning, everyone. This is Vincent or Vince です。Today, I will introduce you to again another two basic kanji, the kanji that means hundreds and the kanji that means thousands respectively. So we'll try to catch up on something. So for today, it is planned that I will discuss to you two kanji so that we can cover more kanji. それでは始めましょう。Very well. Let's then start. So for our first kanji, for the 100 hyaku, it is 6 strokes. 6 strokes, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is how you write it. Please take note of the proper stroke order. So imi meaning is 100. Onyomi hyaku. Kunyomi, it's in gray font. So let me explain about the kunyomi. So the kunyomi here, you see it in gray font, so it's not expressively indicated here, but rather kind of imaginary, but it's not imaginary. You will only use momo for what case? Let me emphasize here. The reading momo is only a jinmeiyo. Now, what is a jinmeiyo? Jinmeiyo, or translated in English, jinmeiyo is used only for writing Japanese names, or for usage. Yo is usage, jinmei is names of person, so used only for writing Japanese names. So because in Japan, 98% of the time, name of persons are written in kanji. So jinmeiyo, just like here, momo. Momo is only, you only use the kunyomi momo for the 100 if you are dealing with jinmeiyo, or writing the hyaku, using the hyaku for a purpose of indicating a name of a person. So hyaku, or 100, is a very fundamental kanji, and let me just give you a basic refresher on how you count 100 to 100 up to 900. So let's go. 100 is hyaku, 200 is ni hyaku, because that's 2 plus hyaku. So ni, 2 is ni, so hyaku. But 300 is not san hyaku. Take note that 300 is not san hyaku, but 300 is san byaku. 400 is yon hyaku. 500 is go hyaku. 600 is not roku hyaku, but just like in 300, this is again, we use the principle of kanji compounding. In kanji compounding, the kanji within the mid reading or middle of the combination receives a dakten form. So byaku, because the dakten form for hyaku is byaku. So that's the repercussion of kanji compounding. The second or third reading receives the dakten form for that particular reading of the non-first kanji. So just like here, san byaku, not san hyaku. Similarly, for 600, it's not roku hyaku. but it's ropyaku. But take note here, it didn't use the dakten form but the han dakten form. So what is in the hyaku? The hyaku has the dakten form byaku, but it also has a han dakten form pya or pyaku. So roku plus pyaku, the ku in roku acts as a consonant doubler. So you see the pyaku, when it is placed adjacent to a consonant doubler like the ku in roku, the effect is the first consonant of the second reading of the second kanji is doubled. So the pyaku becomes a pyaku. Emphasized p, pyaku. So it's not roku pyak, it's not roku hyaku, it's not roku pyaku, but roku plus pyaku. You drop the ku and make the p doubled. Make the consonant doubled, the first consonant doubled, because ku is a consonant doubler. 600 ropyaku, 700 nana hyaku, 800 again the principle of dakten, han dakten. This is not hachi hyaku but hachi plus pyaku. In that hachi plus pyaku, in the hachi plus hyaku, you drop the chi, because chi is also a consonant doubler. So you drop the chi and make the consonant of the second kanji, the consonant reading of the second kanji, doubled. So in han dakten form, it's pyaku, but not a single p. But due to the presence of the chi in hachi, chi is a consonant doubler, so the pyaku becomes doubled in its p. So hap pyaku. And then 900 Q hyaku. So okay, minasan, let's go to form explanation. This is critical, and I've also told in our lesson 0019 the presence of the radicals, bushu radicals. So what are the radicals the radicals that are present here in this kanji? This radical white or shiro or white, or haku, shiro, haku. This is haku, white, and then the third radical is ichi, and then the sun, the nichi. So there are three radicals here. So, but the one in colored green is the most significant of these three radicals. So if you break down this, it's like this. That's the decomposition, and I will tell you about the form explanation. In this kanji hyaku, it contains the haku, meaning white, and ichi. But this ichi is just a distinguishing mark. It's just a distinguishing mark just to distinguish 100 and the white. Now, what is a distinguishing mark? A distinguishing mark is used in the process of kanji derivation, which is a way of creating new kanji from an existing one. It is added to a kanji not to give a sound or meaning, but to distinguish two kanji from one another. Let's take, for example, here, this kanji here means me or to see. This kanji here means to see. But if you want to distinguish two meanings, let's say to see and jade, so the distinguishing mark between the kanji, between the two meanings to see and to indicate jade, is to simply put a gyoku or jewel radical at beside the mi or si. So This radical jade or gyoku or jewel acts as a distinguishing mark so that there will be distinction for the kanji that means to see, and there will be a kanji that is dedicated to mean the kanji gen or araware or to appear. So that's the function of distinguishing mark. So in the description box, minasan, I will put again this another kanji key concept distinguishing mark. I will put that in the description box. So how to use? So component analysis or radical analysis. In hyaku, this ichi is just an empty component. So we've already discussed about the empty component in lesson 0019. It's just a distinguishing mark to distinguish the white from the 100. And then in hyaku, byaku, haku is a sound component. So why it is a sound component? Because their sounds are interrelated. This haku, byaku, and then in white, the onyomi is haku byaku. In 100, look at the onyomi, hyaku byaku. So there's really a resemblance or a relation. So original meaning or ancient China meaning 100. So the meaning is 100. So in the interest of time, I will ask you minasan to just screenshot the indicated vocabularies, the integrated terms, suhyaku, several hundreds.
Suhyaku.
And then encyclopedia is hyakka-sensho.
Hyakka-sensho.
And then hyakkaten is department stores.
Hyakkaten.
So please just screenshot this. But this is take note of this minasan. This is an irregular reading.
Yaoya.
Yaoya is a store where you buy agricultural products and other healthy things, or a green grocer. And please screenshot this. 900 tons. So how do you translate that? 900 tons. Kyuhyaku ton. So tons is you transliterate the tons into Japanese way of speaking the ton. It's ton.
900 ton.
Ton is tons.
900 ton.
Okay, one person in 100.
100人に1人。
Okay, again for how about encyclopedia?
百科事典。
Again,
百科事典。
it means encyclopedia, hyakka-jiten. And this is also another irregular reading, and this is also used for usually a name of a girl, Yuri or Sayuri.
Yuri.
So please screenshot that one. So Yuri, Japanese name, but in English the counterpart is Lily. Lily. And it's an irregular reading. This kanji here is Yuri. So you see the furigana. It's almost like a subtitle for the kanji. That small font on above of the kanji, those are called furigana. It acts like a subtitle. It shows the kana writing that is appropriate, or the correct reading for that particular kanji.
百姓。
Yaksho, farmer peasant. Country bumpkin, farming.
何百、
何百 hundreds,
三百、
三百 300,
三百、数百、
数百 is several hundreds.
数百、
So I will just discuss, we will just have the reading for first 3 sentences, and then for the following sentences, please just screenshot those sentences. Anyway, you have the furigana for kanji readings, and you have the English meaning at its bottom.
もし100万ドルあれば、どうしますか？
What would you do if you had if you had $1 million?
もし100万ドルあれば、どうしますか？
So again, Yuri often went to London in those days.
ユリは当時たびたびロンドンに行った。
Again,
ユリは当時たびたびロンドンに行った。
and a very common pattern of sentence. The ticket cost 100 euros. In Japanese,
チケットは100ユーロだ。
again,
チケットは100ユーロだ。
okay, so for name usage, just the first 4.
ユリシマ、
Yurishima.
ユリシマ、
And for others, just please screenshot those. And this Yaosaka.
ヤオサカ、ヤオキ、ヤオキ、
For the names, the furigana is not located on the top but on the bottom. Just like here, Yuriguchi.
ユリグチ、
Yurisawa.
ユリサワ、
Okay. So for others, just screenshot those. Okay, so that's all for the kanji 100. So now let's go to our second kanji, which is the kanji for thousands. Thousands. So only 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. So this kanji is thousands, meaning thousands. So onyomi is sen, kunyomi chi. So I will emphasize these notes here. Kanji radical explanation. Kanji bushu no kaisetsu. In Japanese, Kanji bushu no kaisetsu. So the shi here is the extracted form of the suru. Okay, so because kaisetsu is a suru verb, a noun capable of being a suru verb. So instead of kaisetsuru, we take the noun form, because we have discussed this in lesson 0019. One of the effects of transforming a verb to its extracted stem is that verb becomes a noun. So kaisetsuru becomes kaisetsu, meaning the act of explaining. So kanji radical explanation. So chi, the chi or 1000 or sen was actually formed by the combination of this radical for human. This is a kanren, or a variant radical for human, plus ichi. So when you combine kanji radical for human plus ichi, so combination, it's here 1000, it's here 1000, or here 1000. This kind of combination, human plus the ichi, was actually the basis during the ancient times, was the basis for, not for the form or meaning, but basis for the sound of this kanji character, which was formulated during the ancient times China. On the other hand, ichi was just a distinguishing mark. It's a key concept, and I will put in the description box also the distinguishing mark, Kanji Key Concept. So here, sen has an unusual structure. It is composed of jin or nin or human variant of this human. It's a kanren related forms. I have also discussed in our previous lesson what is a kanren, but okay, I will also put that in the description form. What is a kanren? Used for sound, and the ichi here is just for, it was used only as a distinguishing mark to distinguish the sen or 1000 from human. In other words, the word for 1000 originally sounded very similar to the word for person, though the sounds are not very similar in Japanese, because we have to remember that Japan all just borrowed or just adopted these Chinese characters from China. So the etymology or process of evolution of words and sounds happened during the ancient times in China and not in Japan. So the character for person was used. So the character for person was used to write 1000, and a mark. What's that mark? The ichi, or that horizontal. And a mark was added. A distinguishing mark was added to it to keep the two characters separate, so that you can distinguish them. So in sen or 1000, the human radical is a radical for human. Jin, nin is a sound component, although this is not obvious in modern Japanese. Why not obvious? It's because of sound corruption. What is a sound corruption? Okay, it's another Kanji Key Concept. So in kanji, I've also discussed this in our previous lesson, that corruption doesn't only occur on forms or on forms of a kanji, but also in sound. There is also a corruption not only in forms but also in sound, just like here. So I will also put that in the description box. Corruption with respect to not only form but also with respect to sound. Okay, so the ichi here is just a distinguishing mark to distinguish sen from a human. This kanji is for a human, jin or nin. So how to use? So the original meaning or the ancient China meaning is 1000, which is and the derived meaning is various. So even up to now, this kanji, our subject kanji, still means 1000 even after so many centuries during China, and when adopted in Japan still means 1000. So sen yen, 1000 yen, sen. This is yen or n, a monetary unit in Japan. Senin riki, strength of 1,000 men. So this is sensa hanbets, sensa banbets, great variety. So vocabulary: chigusa, various plants. Chichini in pieces. So nanasen is 7,000. So what is 8,000? Nanasen is 7,000.
7000、
That's 7,000.
8000、
Hasen is 8,000. Is 8,000. That's hachi plus sen. So chi in the hachi is a consonant doubler. So you drop the chi and make the s in sen doubled. So hasen.
8000、
By the way, kanji compounding is also called fukugo. I will put that as an annex or supplementary information in our description box. Fukugo meaning kanji compounding.
8000
Hassen is 8,000. But how about this? 5,000 is gosen. Gosen is 5,000.
5000円券
Enken is bill. Enken is bill, as in denomination of money.
5000円券
Yonsen is 4,000.
4000
But 3,000 is not sansen. But you use for 3,000, you use the Dakten form for sen. So what is again the Dakten form for sen? For S, it's Z. So it's not sansen, but sanzen.
3000 3000
So special case for 3,000, not sansen, but sanzen. Use the Dakten form.
3000
For 1,000, most of the time you use the sen, but there are times, less frequently, you can also say
1000
isen. Isen is also 1,000.
1000
But 1,000 as in cash is sen. Senen. Senen is enough, or sen. But there are times that this is also correct. Isen.
1000
Isen. Let's see an example. I paid 2,800 yen. I paid 2,800 yen. So in Japanese,
僕は2800円を払った
haratta here is to pay. Haratta is the past tense of harau. Harau means to pay. Harau is a verb that means to pay. But it says here paid or past tense. So what is the past tense of harau? Haratta. So again,
僕は2800円を払った
so direct object of the haratta, this amount of money, 800 yen. 2,800 yen. 2,800 yen, 2,800 is the direct object for these transitive verbs. Haratta.
僕は2800円を払った
So again, for other vocabularies, just screenshot it. 皆さん、お願いします。
1000円
1000 yen, 1,000.
千差万別
When you see it's yoji jukugo, is an expression composed of 4 kanjis. Yoji meaning 4 writings. Jukugo is an expression.
千差万別
Is an infinite variety of or multifarious.
千差万別
Sen sabanbets. Sen ninriki, strength of 1,000 persons.
千人力
So for other vocabularies, just screenshot this. We have an adverb here. Chichini.
知事に
Oh, sorry, chijini.
知事に
This kanji doubler is what we call a noma repeater. A noma repeater is placed on the right side part of the kanji that it doubles. So the function of the noma repeater is a repeating element to repeat or double the kanji. So instead of doubly writing this sen, if you put a noma repeater here, the reader will understand that this kanji is to be doubled. So, and the second one receives a Dakten form. So the Dakten form for chi is ji.
知事に
Adverb meaning in pieces. Chi,
ちぎる
chigiru, to tear to pieces, to tear to shreds. Chigiru, and it's a godan verb, transitive verb.
ちぎる
And by the way, in our next lesson, I will discuss to you transitive verb and intransitive verbs.
千葉
Chiba It's a prefecture adjacent to Tokyo, Chiba.
千葉
Chiyo, 1,000 years.
千代
Remember, for those watching Naruto, you remember one of the Hisatsuwaza or techniques of Sasuke. It's Chidori, meaning 1,000 birds, 1,000 birds, 1,000 fowls, or 1,000 birds. Chidori is 1,000 birds. So, the chi there 1,000. Tori or Dori is birds. Chidori. Chidori of Sasuke, 1,000 birds. So, Isen.
3000
So, just the first three of these expressions. An 8,000 yen wine.
8000円のワイン
8,000 yen no wine. An 8,000 yen wine.
8000円のワイン1000ボルトのレール
A 1,000 volt rail.
1000ボルトのレール
But sometimes the rail is also called tetsudo. Tetsudo. Or a road made of iron. Tetsudo.
1000ボルトのレール
Please take it out of 1,000 yen. 1000 yenでお願いします。
1000円でお願いします
Again, I paid 2,800 yen. 僕は1,800 円を払った。
僕は2800円を払った
So for other vocabularies, just screenshot this one. Again, the chigiru, to tear to pieces, to tear to shreds. Okay. For other vocabularies, just screenshot this, minasan. How about this reading?
やちよ
Yachiyo, very long period or forever. Almost forever. Yachiyo.
やちよ
It's a noun. Here, this is Chidori.
千鳥
The Hisatsuwaza or the technique of Sasuke. Chidori. Chidori. So let's now go now to the name usage of the sen. First name usage. So we only five among these.
おば
Oba.
専用ちわ千葉おば専用ちわ千葉おば専用ちわ千葉
How about this? Senjo.
戦場
How about this? Chiashi. Chisoku.
ちやしちそく
How about this? Chitomo.
ちともちとも
That's Chitomo. How about this? Chumoi.
つもい
How about this? Sendo. Sendo.
鮮度鮮度
Okay, minasan. So that is as far as we go. 今日のレッスンはここまでです。今日ここまでです。So this is as far as we go. So we've reached the last point for today's lesson. So on our next lesson for our grammar, I will discuss to you the transitive and intransitive verbs. So thank you for watching until the end. 最後まで見てくれてありがとうございました。So until our next lesson, また次の動画で。So みんなありがとうございました。ご視聴くださり本当にありがとうございました。So thank you for watching 皆さん。ではまたね。バイバイ。Thank you.